It was interesting, actually, the very first and the very last Republican debates of the campaign were both held at the same place, which was the Reagan Library in Simi Valley, which is kind of the ultimate shrine to Ronald Reagan. And in fact, the last debate they had, which was right before Super Tuesday, including the California primary, was held there. And they built a special set so that the centerpiece of the Reagan Museum in Simi Valley is the Air Force One from the Reagan era, which they've totally reconstructed inside this large room, and you can go inside. And that was paid for by T. Boone Pickens, who made out very well during the Reagan years, and I guess wanted to pay some of that back by putting this, plane. It cost millions of dollars to get this plane out there and put it back together again. So the debate, the last four candidates were McCain, Mitt Romney, Ron Paul, and Mike Huckabee were the last four remaining candidates at this debate. And they staged it so that the plane was loomed right over the candidates behind them, and it was like, basically, the winner of the debate was like going to get on this plane and be whisked to Washington and ascend to the throne of Ronald Reagan, basically. And during the debate, the candidates mentioned Reagan's name. Here's a guy who's been deceased for 5 years or 4 years at the time, and has now been out of the presidency for 20 years, and his name was mentioned, I think, 37 times during the debate. And some of that was the media's fault. Anderson Cooper from CNN was the moderator, and he was, at one point he read a passage from Ronald Reagan's diary, and he acted like he was touching the true cross. It's like, I can't believe he said, I can't believe I'm touching Ronald Reagan's diary, and he was like, and the deference was incredible. But what was really more important was the candidates and the way they talked about Reagan, because they really were talking about a Reagan who wasn't there. Mitt Romney gave this incredible answer where he, was explaining why he would be like Reagan and what Reagan would be doing if he were here today, and it was just totally not based in reality. He said, Ronald Reagan saw amnesty for illegal aliens, and he knew it didn't work. Well, the reason he saw it was because he enacted it. That was amnesty for illegal aliens was actually one of his lesser-known policy agendas while he was president.